First thing you're going to do is you're going to set up your top of your machine. You've got a little diagram up here for bobbin winding, so we're going to refer to that later. But first get your thread, and you're going to get your thread so that it's coming out in this direction. You can see from my hand that it's coming around this way, so that if you were to pull the thread, it would rotate clockwise. And take this and put it on the place where the thread goes, the thread doohickey, that's what I like to call it. And now you got your thread and you want to stretch it out so you can get it over to this gizmo, the silver gizmo. Refer to your diagram and refer to your manual, but I'll try to show you as clearly as I can. The main tricky part of this is which thread goes on top. And just a tip for me that I like to remember is that the thread that's going towards the bobbin is the one that goes on top. So I'm going to wrap it around this little silver thing, and now since I'm going towards the bobbin, I want to put this thread over the top. From the side angle it looks like this. You're going to go around this little doohickey and bring it over the top like that. You'll notice on your bobbin, the bobbins that came with your machine, you want to make sure you use those, and look at the manual if you need to order new ones to make sure you're getting the right bobbins, because there are different bobbins for different kinds of machines. This machine only takes plastic bobbins, and you can see that there's little holes on the top and the bottom, and we're going to put the thread through those holes. So now you're not trying to put the thread through both holes on both sides of the bobbin, just one hole on one side. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it up through this hole, and like that. You can see that I've only got it through that top hole. Okay, so you pull it out and just hold it with your finger for a second. Now while you're still holding it with your finger, go ahead and take the bobbin and stick it on this little gray portion of the machine right here. You still got your thread coming. You want to make sure that's kind of tight. And you're going to hold this with your hand for just a second while we first start winding the bobbin. Before you start winding the bobbin thread, you have to push the bobbin over against the little bumper here. That does two things. Number one, it makes sure that your bobbin doesn't get overwound by forming a barrier here, but it also tells the sewing machine that you're not going to be using the needle down there, and so it won't make the needle go up and down when you push on the foot pedal. So now you got your machine on, you got your foot pedal ready. You're just going to press this for just like a second here. Okay. So now that you got it started, you should cut this part off. Cut it as close as you can to the bobbin. Then you put your foot pedal on and you wind it. So you've almost got it all the way wound up. You need to pay attention to how close the thread is to the little bumper there. It'll start to slow down as it starts to get up against that bumper, but visually you can just tell and just stop winding it at that point. Turn your machine off. Push your little bobbin back to where it was before. Snip your thread. And now you're ready to put your bobbin in the bobbin loader.